Hi, folks, it's John. Before the episode, I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon subscribers who have signed up and been with us throughout the production of both Valmont and the Carolina Storyteller and our free shows. So I'm just going to run down a list of names here real quick. David, The Josh and Polly Show, Gloria, Liz, Alexa, Fire X Gaming, Anna Elise Wallace, Otaku Bunny, Corey Bishop, The Dragon Queen Jacqueline, Killing 15 Minutes Podcast, Truth or Demons Podcast, Applesauce, Adrian Michael Nina, and Natasha Klein. Some of you guys have been with me from the beginning, some of you are newer. I want to thank you all for this, and if you would like to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/The Carolina Storyteller and support the show. With that being said, enjoy. See you next time.
Valmont, The Black Raven Chronicles. Produced at FBL Studios. Written by Jonathan Miller. Sound design by Marshawn Fry.
Are you sure it's this way?
Yes, little brother. I'm positive. They have to be here.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything. What did you stop for?
We're too late. They're already dead.
There's no way. The power to steal a life like that. They can't just be killed by anybody.
They can. If they had decided to live as mortals, shed their divine power, and be human.
Who would want to do that? Let alone two of them. And why do it now?
Mortal life is different. Time is precious, and every experience is more valuable because of the limitations. I've considered trying it over the years. I guess these two went for it.
I love mortals as much as the next guy, but you really would live like one? Ditch the wings and everything loose?
There are values that mortality has that we only dream of, Gabe. These two were married. They had a child. Traveled in this mortal world together. They experienced love in a way we cannot understand. I envy them for that. But no, giving up the wings and everything is where I draw the line.
I guess that's where we differ. I don't envy anything. I recognize and appreciate the beauty, though. So, we don't know who they were, or who killed them, or why. So, what do we do now? Watch the kid?
Yes. We will watch their child closely. See what he becomes.
So, you're saying your dog fell down this grate?
Oh my, yes, he was chasing some dastardly creature and ran into the sewer. Can you find him?
Well, I'm not gonna find him in the sewer. No one can.
You mean my poor princess is lost for good?
No, ma'am. I mean, that's not the sewer down there. A grate like that accesses the old city's tunnel system. Tunnels that are like 150, maybe 200 years old.
Oh my. How will I ever find my poor princess?
Countess, I happen to know a guy. Give me a day or two, and I will return your lost dog to you. Fortunately for me, I did know a guy. Jerry. He ran tours in the old dungeons beneath the marketplace. The dungeon tunnels connected to the old tunnels that were once used to move everything in and out of the city during the Revolutionary War. It was a 5-block walk, but considering parking in the old city, walking was my best option.
Hey, Mr. Valmont. You looking for my dad?
Yeah, you guys closed for a private function or something?
No. Some inspectors came through. My dad's downstairs with them. I'm sure you can head on down and talk to him.
Thanks, kid. I made my way down the stairs, but instead of looking for Jerry, I slipped through a door marked no entry. The door tied directly into the old tunnel system. I got my bearings quickly and started heading towards the house where the dog was last seen. Suddenly, I felt something jab into my back. 50,000 volts coursed through me. After that, everything went black.
Wake up, Mr. Valmont. Your ride is over.
What hit me? What's going on?
Modified taser. Let's see here. Afraig Valmont, age 29. Father Ivan Valmont, deceased. Mother Lillian Valmont, also deceased. Died while providing medical aid in Bosnia. Impressive. You were raised by your Uncle Dimitri in Glendale, California. Wait, Glendale? Really? You got decent marks in high school, joined the Marines at 18, 2 tours, highly decorated. Survived an IED that took out most of your whole unit. Moved to Black Raven 3 years ago. And honestly, by what it says here, you've been in and out of trouble ever since. Do you know what this means?
The feds started hiring people that can read?
It means I know all about you. Yet what I don't know is what you were doing in an area my team was investigating.
I don't remember seeing any police tape. Was it a psychic barrier?
You know, when you're pushing 30, that whole disrespect for law and authority gets kind of old. I believe this is your stop. Don't just stay out of areas that are close to the public.
Fucking asshole. Guess I'll have to go the long way. The long way meant driving to the edge of town and finding an access behind the old water and sewer office building. There's always more than one way to find a dog. This is the stupidest idea I have ever had. Damn it, this is not worth 10 grand. And what the fuck is that smell?
Welcome to South Carolina, Senator. Right this way. The gentleman awaits you in your car.
Well, thank you, young man. Here's a small tip for you. And remember, at the polls, vote Kinsey.
Senator, pleasure to see you again. I trust your flight down was comfortable.
Well, it was good, Mr. Kane. I do appreciate the generous use of your jet.
That's what friends are for. We take care of each other. You and I are friends, aren't we?
Well, yes, of course. And as your friend, I do have some good news. The majority of the committee is more than willing to discuss treaty changes between the United States and the local representative of the Shadow Council.
Excellent. The doctor informed me that his creation is already causing problems for Ezekiel and his court. They're sending in a blood guard to conduct an investigation and determine if his leadership is competent.
Blood guard? That sounds ominous. Should we be concerned?
The Council's version of Secret Service. Usually a werewolf or dryad. Nothing to be concerned with.
Well then, to the success of our ventures together, my friend.
I had a splitting headache when I woke up. The world around me spun for a second. I sat up to find myself naked, laying on a cold stone in a large dark room. What the hell is this place? As I looked around, I noticed several similar tables and small carts next to them with what looked to be medical tools. There was a cart next to me covered in bloody bandages. I instantly remembered the attack and felt my throat. but everything seemed fine. I made my way to my feet and looked around the room. The room looked like it was some kind of concrete bunker or something. Maybe I was still underground. There were 2 exits, each on opposite ends of the room. The one closest had a familiar pair of boots sitting on a table beside it. I walked closer and found most of my clothes neatly cleaned and folded. My shirt had been replaced with a plain black t-shirt. I got dressed quickly and took stock of my belongings. Wallet, keys, jewelry, and phone all check. But my gun and my knife were noticeably absent. I could get a signal here. That was surprising. And there was a voicemail, so I decided to give it a listen.
Afraid morning me. Just letting you know I'll be paying you a visit in the morning at your charming little office. I have an urgent matter that requires your delicate but oh so professional touch. Please don't be late. It will throw off my entire schedule. I'll see you at 8.
Chuckles was the most notorious criminal in Black Raven and a well-paying client, but he rarely came to the office. In fact, to my knowledge, meetings came to him. I looked at the time, and to my shock, it was well after midnight. What the hell happened to the last 6 hours?
Saints preserve us, you're awake.
I turned to see a short, round little man in a lab coat with gray hair and glasses holding a tray with what I assume were IV bags. He put the tray down and waddled over, his feet moving cartoonishly fast under his short, stout legs.
Well, this is quite fascinating indeed. How do you feel? Do you remember what happened to you? Did you by chance see the creature that did this to you?
I feel fine. I mean, except for a headache. But I'm not sure what exactly is going on here. Who are you, and where the fuck am I?
Mr. Valmont, I'm sure you are confused, but there is no need for such language. I am Dr. Beauregard Samuel Eugene Johnson III of the Atlanta Johnsons, and this is an urgent care facility near the medical university. The man who found you brought you here because it was the closest place to treat your wounds and evaluate your condition.
Wounds? Condition? What are you talking about? What happened to me?
Sir, you were attacked by some creature. In the tunnels underneath Black Raven, you were terribly close to death when you arrived. And we lost you on the table quite a few times.
You're not making any sense here, Doc. Look at me. I'm fine. How was I close to death? Was it like a rattlesnake that bit me or something? I mean, I know I'm missing 6 hours, but what the hell?
Mr. Valmont, please stay calm. Well, something is an equivalent comparison. I believe you must be parched. Let me get you something to drink to help calm your nerves.
A shot of whiskey would definitely be nice.
Not while I am impartial to an age of scotch. I can't let a patient imbibe alcohol this early in treatment. But this should help.
Wow. That is pretty good. What is this stuff?
That would be O positive, I believe.
You gave me blood? What do you think I am? A vampire?
Well, yes. How could I not?
Valmont, The Black Raven Chronicles is a production of The Carolina Storyteller. Written by Jonathan Miller. Original musical compositions by Paul F. Flowers. Voice direction by Jacqueline Burns. Sound design by Nick Haney and Marshawn Fry. Featuring the voices of Sam Saunders, Edel Valentine, Abigail Helms, Corey Bishop, Adam Rose, Jonathan Miller, Joshua Slavinik, and E.C. Hart. Produced at FBL Studios in Charleston, South Carolina. Theme song, Bring the Night by the band Midgard. Please support us on Patreon.
I play